more severe than this man right now. He wants his fight, even though it's a non-title fight.
I don't think that anybody in the sport psychs up more than Bad Brad Hefton. He gets back in his dressing room, and I think I don't know if they feed him raw meat back there or beat him on the shins or what, but he comes out just loaded for bear.
John Monzak, of course, has a great deal to do with that as he keeps him psyched to the very hilt. And they get ready. They are going 6 rounds in this non-title fight. These are the heavyweights featuring the world heavyweight champion of the world. He's on the right. His challenger, unbeaten in 6 fights with 3 knockouts, is George Clarke.
It's going to be interesting to see how Clarke handles the kicking skills of Brad Hefton. Brad Hefton kicks better than any big man in the sport.
By the same token, we talked to Brad Hefton earlier this afternoon. He said, I do not know anything about the man. Give me about 35, 40 seconds of the first round to get a little feel of what's going on, and then I'll see what I can do about taking control. And that's exactly what he's trying to do.
Well, Hefton at this point has a clear kicking advantage. I can tell you right now, Clarke is not going to be able to kick with Hefton at all. He seems to be pretty well just sticking to basic front kicks and trying to land strong hands. He does seem to have excellent hands thus far.
You're looking at 2 men, 190 pounds plus in the ring. 6'3" for Hefton, the champion. 6'2" for the challenger. Good round kick there, time by Hefton.
All right, man. Keep Jones, keep almost, come on.
You can hear the home crowd encouraging their home standing idol. Clarke really does not get that leg up at all, John.
Well, he's just throwing those basic front kicks. He's not comfortable doing it. And it won't take Hefton long to figure him out. But he does seem to throw strong punches. So
straight left hand that time hurt him, I think, just a bit. But Hefton comes back in a hurry. Oh, good round kick that time. Off the back. Clarke shook him momentarily into the ropes. Good right hand on the champion's face by Clarke.
If Hefton has a weakness, it's that he does get so psyched out that he gets real tight in the first round, and he's a little bit easier to hit in the first round than he is in about the 3rd round. So if anybody's going to do it to him, now is the time.
You see the time winding down to end round 1. As the champion, Brad Hefton from Rockford, Illinois, against Las Vegas' George Clarke. The fans liked it here in Rockford. Brad Hefton had to try to take the attack here to Clarke, and he does so in the first round, John.
Well, he just throws a power round kick that hits Clarke in the back on the lat area and just drives him into the ropes. Didn't strike a vulnerable area, but certainly did get his attention.
Hefton still with that total concentration of his manager, John Monzak. J.T. Well will summon both the fighters into the center of the ring here.
Boy, if looks could kill.
Oh, what a look of determination for the champion. Clarke did something very important in this fight, however. You saw that attack by Hefton, but Clarke came back strong near the end of the round, and now looking at him here in round 2, he is starting to let the champion know that at least he's around and could make this quite a fight. Scoring in that first round. John Willie, how'd you look at it?
Well, unofficially there again, I had Brad Hefton ahead 10-9 on kicking superiority. In an otherwise even round, the edge will go to the better kicker. Hefton is certainly the better kicker.
Bad Brad, of course, born and reared right here in Rockford. Said he started playing football. Oh, good spin kick, but he missed. He said he liked karate so much that he just totally gave up all the other sports, concentrated, and it's paid off for a world championship.
Well, there are a lot of good tight ends running around. There's not many world heavyweight champions in karate.
That's exactly right. I have a feeling, though, had he stayed with football, he would have been a great tight end or whatever he wanted to be.
I think you're right. Clarke sticking just basically with that front leg front kick, trying to stick it in just about belt level on Hefton. He's using it with some effectiveness, and again, we've mentioned before, he seems to be pretty strong with his hands.
Clarke possesses a very good right hand, but he doesn't lead enough, I don't think, with the left as far as punching ability to get in on Hefton, even though he has scored with the right a couple of times. Good spinning back kick just off the shoulder. J.T. Will with a warning to George Clarke. For an elbow, good right hand by the champion in on Clarke's face. Closing moments of round 2. They're set to go 6. Non-title fight from Rockford. There's that left hand by Clarke. He's got to throw that a little bit more to set up the right hand, I think. Round 2 has been an action-packed one. More after this.
Two of the hardest-hitting videos ever offered can now be yours for up to 58% off the regular price in this special television offer. Sean Eve Terrio, the Iceman. Left hand, right hand. Left foot, right foot. Pure power. Knockout after knockout. The most feared middleweight champion of all time.
Just relax and sort of settle down by about the third round. His timing gets better. He becomes a little more relaxed. Doesn't load up so much and actually starts to hit a little harder.
Hefton is really starting to force the fight now. He gets a right hand in on Clarke. He's down. Clarke is in big trouble. Clarke is literally out. He's resting on the bottom strand of the rope. I don't think this is going to continue as JT Will looks at him carefully. He says no. It's over. Bad Brad Hefton. A third-round knockout of George Clarke, and Hefton with just a magnificently crushing right hand. You saw it in the feature against Terry Roop. He came on strong with Clarke and just nailed him in the corner, and it was no doubt when Clarke sat on that bottom strand of the rope. It was an 8 count by JT Will, and he said, nope, this one is over.
We see Hefton just kind of stalking around and moving Clarke into the corner. And once again, he's relaxed. He doesn't force it quite as much. Just let that right hand come across naturally and hit right on the chin. And you just don't come back from those types of shots.
One of the things that Clarke had not been able to do, John Worley, you picked it up early in the fight. He was not able to use that side kick or front kick to keep him away from him, and that was a perfect example as you see the champion with his celebration in the ring here after getting the knockout in the third round.
Brad Hefton chalks up another victim, and in doing so demonstrates for all the PKA fans why he is Bad Brad. We take you now to Columbia, South Carolina, where Jerry